e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, c3, knight f6, d4, e takes d4, e5, d5, bishop b5, knight e4, c takes d4, bishop b6, knight c3, castle kingside, bishop e3, bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, queen c2, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, knight g5, bishop takes c6, knight takes f3, check, king e2, knight takes d4, check, bishop takes d4, bishop takes d4, bishop takes d5, bishop takes c3, rook hd1, bishop takes e5, bishop takes f7, check, rook takes f7, rook takes d8, check, rook takes d8, rook d1, bishop d4, queen c4, c5, rook d3, king f8, f3, b6, b4, g6, b takes c5, b takes c5, rook b3, rook e8, check, king f1, rook fe7, rook b1, king g7, queen d5, rook e2, h4, rook f2, check, king g1, rook b2, check, queen takes d4, check, c takes d4, rook takes b2, king f6, king f2, rook e3, rook e4, king e5, rook a4, rook c3, rook takes a7, rook c2, check, king g3, king d6, rook takes h7, d3, rook h8, king c5, rook d8, king c4, a4, king c3, king f4, rook a2, rook d7, rook a1, king g5, rook takes a4, f4, d2, rook takes d2, king takes d2, king takes g6, rook a6, check, king g7, Rook A7 check. King G6. Rook A6 check. King G7. Rook A7 check. King G6. Rook A6 check.